Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the San Diego Comic-Con and Hasbro Pulse exclusive, Chuckles. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, taking a closer look at the front of the package here. This package is a whole lot of fun. You can see that this is the same screen of Chuckles stealing the information here that's on the Crimson Strike Team package. You can see a little bit of the Crimson Strike Team over there. It says 20.70 millihertz. I think that was a reference to San Diego Comic-Con. You can see all the wires and knobs and all kinds of buttons and switches here, and this little hacking device that Chuckles has installed on the back of the equipment that this Crimson Strike Team is using. Oh, we got a little flap here, and so we can reveal the inside flap of this. There's a nice little cartoon here of Chuckles stealing this briefcase. The bats are showing up. He gets out of this hotel, gets in a car and drives away, and here we see this nice render of the figure here in a tropical setting. You can see the Crimson Strike Team right there coming in on the same briefcase that he just stole with all the money and the plans. We see a rescue chopper coming to get him. Man, this package is deluxe, and I think that's really cool. I'm digging it. If you want to know how Chuckles comes inside of the package, he does come with this nice Hawaiian style print in the background of the box, which is really cool, the plastic ties. And then this is really neat. This is the Crimson Strike Team briefcase. It says Crimson Strike Team, and then it's got the Cobra logo on the back. So it looks like the Crimson Strike Team was even planned before this. The two were planned together, and what I really love is that this comes with this little wax paper bag with that same Hawaiian style print. So let's get them all opened up, get all the accessories out, and see what he comes with. Starting off here with his briefcase. It does have a little bit of battle damage to it. It's got a scratch on both sides, which looks really neat. You open it up, it's just kind of plain and brown on the inside, and this little tan color. We're going to fill that up with some other accessories here in just a bit. He does come with this nice pink Hawaiian lei, which is really fun. He comes with a standard pistol here, just cast all in black. It does have a hole in the end for blast effects, which is really cool. And he does come with a knife, cast all in black. It does have a little silver paint there on the blade, which is really nice. It does come with a pair of binoculars with this little knob on the end, and that is for connecting it to the belt. For sure. At some point, he also comes with this cassette player, which looks strangely like a Soundwave, which is really nice. A little bit of silver paints, and then he does have this little file here with the little paper clip and the bat photograph there, which is super nice touch. He comes with a pair of handcuffs with some nice silver paint in the middle, which is really nice, but they're not flexible. They're all one solid piece and probably fragile and able to break. And then you do come with an already broken pair. I hope this doesn't happen to your connected pair. He does come with two fists with some brass knuckles on, and they look really great. They look awesome. That gold paint looks great. Both have horizontal hinges on there. He comes with this nice little box, so let's see what's inside of it. If I can actually get it open here. Oh, this comes with two tiny little accessories here. This looks to be his glasses, his sunglasses, and his headset. Headset's really nice with the orange foam ear muffs, which Star-Lord would appreciate there, and then a pair of glasses with a little bit of that translucency, I guess, maybe, or a little reflective pink paint. They're not translucent. But here's the star of the show, and that's the battle damage head here. We've got a swollen eye, a missing tooth, a cut above his head. The hair looks really nicely sculpted and painted, and I dig it. Here's a closer look at Chuckles himself. I'm digging the head sculpt, the look of determination, the chiseled jaw. It just looks so good. The colors look great on this. All the Tampo stickers on his shirt look great. I love the Joe Pro on his belt. That belt looks nice. I love the stitching. I love, we've got a little hook here on the back, and let's see, is that for the knife? I guess we could put the knife there. No, he has a sheath for that knife. That's so silly. What am I doing? He does have a little plug-in right here for his cassette player, which is really nice. But He does have this watch with like a countdown on it, not it's like a gold watch, but it's not a timepiece. It looks like it's counting down to maybe an explosion, and that is a separate piece. If you pop the hand off, that will come off easily, no problem. See, I've already knocked the knife off because that's not where it belongs. It actually belongs in this sheath, so let's get it right there. So what goes on here? I guess this is for the binoculars, I'm assuming, but then does it clip on like that? How does it clip on? It actually clips on. Oh, there's a little nub right there, and two little slots for the clips to slide into, and that's what goes right there. His little binoculars are able to be held on his belt somewhat precariously. They will probably fall off, so be a little careful with that, especially if you're going to leave those on him on his on your shelf. You don't want to lose those tiny little things. The boots look great. Man, this is just a well-crafted figure. Let's go ahead and get his, Lord have mercy, I got butterfingers today. Let's go ahead and get his gun inside of his holster on his chest. Let's get the earphones on his head. Actually, they look like they go this way. You want to have them, I guess, sort of angled to the back so they stay on the ears, and that looks really nice. I dig that look. That may be how he goes on my shelf for sure. Man, I really dig this head sculpt. The hair is just great. That look of determination is so... It's like, in the face of insurmountable odds, you can put the headsets, the earmuffs, you can put them around his neck if you want. Man, he could put the glasses on. They barely sit over his ears, but look, they're not going to fall off. They are not going to fall off, unlike the binoculars, which have already fallen off and fell to the back there. But otherwise, I love the color here, the blue, the tan, the green. You can get him holding that briefcase, no problem. And let's get him kitted out with a little bit of his gear here. Let's pop one of these hands off, and let's see if we can get him here holding his brass knuckles, or his golden knuckles here, ready to go to some fisticuffs with Cobra. And let's get the glasses off, and let's pop that other head on and see what it looks like. Head's really easy to come off, but this head is not so easy to pop on. Is that on properly? It doesn't feel like it's on properly. It feels like it's sitting up a little higher. Let me do this off camera. Sorry about that. Got it popped back on, and man, does this head look great. I love the discoloration, the airbrushing, or I know it's digital printing, but it's very subtle, like airbrushing. It looks great. The missing tooth. It's just, there's so much character and life and fun to this head. As far as articulation goes, he can look up that far, which is really good. He can look down that far. He's got a nice tilt and bobble movement there in the head. He does have a really nice butterfly joint. Mine is really stiff. It wants to go back pretty well, but not forward. Arms can go all the way around if you need them to. He can go all the way out and hit that T-pose. This is a standard Joe Buck. You know what you're getting here. He does have that upper bicep swivel, which is really nice. He does have double jointed pinless elbows, which is also very nice. And with this particular hand, he does have a horizontal hinge. He has that ab crunch. It can bend forward that far. He can bend back that far, which is really nice. He does have, he's not loosey-goosey at all. He feels nice and tight. He has a nice swivel at the waist. He has a slight drop down. The leg can go forward that far, can go back that far. It does have that upper thigh cut, no problem. Mine's just a little stiff. He has a double jointed knees, although they are pinned. They are pinned knees. And then he does have upper boot rotation, and then hinge and swivel down for foot articulation. Man, those things on his belt just keep popping off. So unless you're going to leave him stationary, those things are not going to stay on while you're playing around with him. Now, taking a look at his briefcase accessory, let's see how many of his accessories we can actually fit in this thing. It looks kind of deep, so I think we're going to be able to get a good many in there. So let's go ahead and put the bat files in there that he stole. Let's keep this opened up. Let's go ahead and put into his cassette player that is definitely not Soundwave, his earphones. Let's go ahead and put his glasses in there, his shades, maybe his handcuffs in there, and it all closes up super nicely, so he can fit all of that stuff inside of his briefcase, no problem. He is ready for a vacation. And for a few size comparisons, let's bring in the Joes that we've been using this week. So we are going to bring in Big Ben, who is, your big guy. He's, stands a little bit taller than most Joes. And then let's bring in our little guy that we've been looking at here, Tunnel Rat. So you can see that Chuckles is right there in the middle in that 6.3 range. you know, he's your basic height Joe. He's not tall, he's not short, he's just right in the middle. So let's get this guy under some lighting and into some backgrounds and see how he poses up. Man, I got to tell you, this Chuckles release is absolutely insane. I know that a lot of people were acting like they weren't going to be able to get it at San Diego Comic-Con. I kept telling people, calm down, everything's going to be fine. People were selling the slips for like $50, $60, $75 to get this guy. And then, of course, he did go up on Hasbro Pulse. And I hope that everybody who wanted one got one, because he seemed to be up for quite a while before he sold out. This guy is a lot of fun. This is the epitome of like the perfect figure for like some sort of exclusive, because he's not a mainline figure. He's not a figure that I think everybody has to have in their collection. I think he's a luxury item to have, not necessarily one that everybody needs. I never had Chuckles when I was a kid. I don't remember him being on the show. You know, I just don't remember him that much, and so I don't have that big affinity for him. I don't have that longing, that connection, that nostalgic connection to the figure. But I love this guy. This figure is fantastic, and he is definitely going to stand out on my shelf. He looks like the only Joe that's ready to not do the job, but actually go on vacation. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.